There it is, our folksies. This is the old beaver hunter back again. Well, last night I done lost me some equipment. Lost me sticks I got to make an end today. Lost a good one goddamn slipper. Flip-flop. Causing slippers. I was comfortable. Hope the hell I can find them again before dark. This day is starting off hot, and it'll probably get hotter. But anyway, what can you say? We got us an interesting thing now. Yep. We met a good looking woman again last night. I seems to have that luck. Went out to her house there, it's about $40,000. Yeah. $30-some took to ride. And she saw her kids, saw her little girl, and she just bawled her eyes out. She just cried. It was sad. It was sad. It was cold last night. By the way, come here just 1 second and put your face on YouTube. Sure. Okay, 1 hour. And yeah, it's a tough life over here. We done patched up our grievances with my girl last night. Yes, everything's fine. Told her I forgive her, and I do. Nice to forgive somebody for making a mistake. She didn't really make a mistake. She was just doing her job. She did it good. George, what we going to talk about? Candles. Them candles they got back in the States suck, man. They don't last long. These ones over here last 8 hours or more. There's good candle made. Not that FDA shit candle or whatever the hell it is. Oh yes. I think I said this before, maybe not. You know how the best you light you is a charcoal fire. Get you an old inner tube and cut off about a 1-inch piece, split that piece. You probably got one laying out in the garage on the floor. Alright. You can use toilet paper or little twigs, shavings. Don't use treated lumber. Don't work worth a shit. Rinse the flavor once it's cooked. It goes back to the candles now. Ladies like candles. They slides in and slides out some. They like some perfume. I stuffed one up my asshole one day, got it almost all the way to the end. I lied. I didn't stuff one up there, or stuffed potato up there one time. Cucumber. Not bad, you know. I can see how they get them packs of cigarettes in their ass on there. Just finds it to open up a little bit. You know, they also make candles in the shape of toys. Women's like gets them all good and juicy and then lick them off. Some women like it when you light that fire candle on with a little bit of the wax drip on them, especially on the marshmallows. Kind of cold last night. That, made for good sleep. And I slept in the day till 8:30. Holy shit. Of course, I woke up at 6 at my usual time. 9, 10 to 6. I enjoy this morning. See the sun come up. Get some things done before the real heat of the day comes in. You sleeps until 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, man, it's hotter than a motherfucker outside. Yeah, let me talk a little bit about booze. I think I'm a Buddhist. Ain't a good one, but I think I'm a Buddhist. They preach humility, which I am not. They preach kindness. You don't kill anything. Alright? Live simply. Meditate. Live like you were in the forest and the wind was blowing through the trees in the fall, and not a leaf stirred. The music. Listen to the music of the world. World music, pretty damn pretty. Let's see here. What is it? Talks about snakers. Expensive, some bitches. Some of them are quite comfortable. They steal shoes. They make other people money. Lots of money. You don't need a good pair of sneakers. Get you some comfortable ones. I think it might still make kids these good sneakers. I like the one that comes up over the ankle there. I don't think they make them anymore. But they give your ankle a little bit of support. And they socks to walk on. And you can't sneak. You have a hard time sneaking through a pile of leaves, but you can sneak with them. But as long as you don't got gum on the bottom of them, then you get stuck. Or the dog chewed it up, then you got fucked. Wanted to put that dog, why? You gotta remember with that dog, you don't remember 5 minutes later after he does something. So don't get home from work and scold the damn dog. Dog doesn't know what the fuck you're doing. Doesn't have a clue as to what the dog did wrong. You got to catch the dog in the act. And then you don't have to hurt his The dog would, in my opinion, dogs don't know when they've done something wrong. I know mine does. Mine, if it does something wrong and it comes in the house, he just sort of slinks across the floor. He lays down and looks at you with them big eyes. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me? Joe, you always can forgive. Except maybe in the middle of the night. Step in a good wet pile. Coloring in. Oh, speaking of yesterday, when I had to go pinch that loaf off in a hurry, release that shit out of your butt. And just like a high, just the relief, the feeling of euphoria comes over your body. So you see, you don't need, let's say, you don't need, yeah, you do need, but anyways, normal folk, they don't want to try a drug at all. They can get it, that high feeling right there when that shit just kind of squidges out slowly between your cheeks and then comes down. And it's a little pointy tail. And then bloop, in the water. Also, here's a way to make you the day really cheap. The intake in the water there, if she's a plumber or if she's good, you can do it yourself. It's one of them push button metal things, that you can, want to sit on and take a shower in the tub. Majority of the water comes off there inside the commode, so you don't get it over there. You ain't got to spend a fucking fortune. And your butt's clean, block clean. Much easier to lick. Ben walks, 3-4 times a day, but I only go twice. Yes, I'm watching the clock. Okay, I don't want to get overboard. Another thing about dogs. Sometimes they just come out looking like an ice cream. Little corn in there. Of course, you can get corn there in your own shit. Adds color. Doesn't improve the flavor none or the smell, but it adds a splash of color. Makes you feel good. That you accomplished something. You set out a kernel of corn without digesting it. Just going, oh boy, that tastes good going down on it. That Japanese corn, sweet corn, absolutely delicious. Walked through here was Rivendell guy back there in Marvel. He argued that his corn was the best in the world, and I told him he was a fucking idiot. He said, you ought to go over to Japan and take a lesson from how they grow corn. Now you can get corn around here for, I don't know, a couple of acres. But let's see, 20 baht, which is, a little less than $1, and it's good. Good to cook with. It lasts a long time. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We're getting near the end. A little bit of flatulence came on me. Couldn't help myself. Yes, I do have